Alright, I am at a place called Kaercher Creek Lake Park. This is in Berks County, Pennsylvania, right near Hamburg. And if you watch my previous video, if you watch my channel, you know my previous video things didn't go as planned. I was going to follow I was supposed to creek exploring not too far from here, and it didn't really go so well. I ended up with one wet foot. Yeah. Anyway, so on the way home, I decided to stop into here. Kind of been thinking about coming here for some time, but it's not like a big park or anything. There's a cool lake behind us, so I just thought since my other adventure didn't pan out like I wanted to, I thought maybe I'll just stop in here, see what it's like. Several people had recommended I come here, so I'm here. And like I always do, I'm gonna take you with. You know, it's like there are lots of birds singing and stuff here, so I don't know if you can hear them. So some wildlife here definitely. So we'll walk around and see what this place is like. I'll take you along with. So there's a little trail here that seems to go around the lake. I'm hoping it goes all the way around. There was a really old trail map up by the parking lot which suggested that it doesn't, but even if it doesn't, we will make it go all the way around the lake. So there are some nice colors out here though. Turning around here. Got some nice yellows and oranges out there yet. Kind of a cloudy day too. So we are not alone out here. Let me zoom you in. There's a great blue heron out there. There's some fishermen over there. I think he hears them. I will let him go. And these trees right here sure make a nice splash of color. Pretty sure these are staghorn sumac because they get the velvety twigs. Yeah, they do get a little bit. They do get bigger than this, but they are a bright splash of color out here. And there's some nice color out there. Check it out, we got a cardinal. Oh, there he goes. Almost had him. I found another. Oh, there he goes. There's two males that are fighting with each other. That's a different, that looks like a sparrow there. Yeah, there are some more of those bright red sumac trees or bushes. They're almost as bright as red as those cardinals were. I love trying to film birds, but as you can see, they do not cooperate. As soon as you get zoomed in on one, it's like they're camera shy. Of course, they're always moving around. Anyway, but I did get a few little snippets of video of that cardinal. Actually, there's two of them there. There were two males that were kind of squabbling over some food, I guess, like, or some territory or something. Anyway, at least we got some footage of them. Now we got a blue jay. If I could hold the camera straight. Guess he's looking for food. And we have another cardinal. Oh, disappears in the brush down there. Alright, it's a nice place so far. Because you can see there's some residential properties behind me. I think those are townhouses. Oh, there's some ducks out here. Hold on, I'll get right back to you. Yeah, check it out. There are some ducks out there. trying to figure out what kind of... I'm not familiar with that duck, actually. I have to get home and look it up. Cool. Looks like she has some little ones behind her. Oops, sorry I lost her. Anyway, if you know what she is, you can say so in the comments, but I'll probably figure it out when I get home. So as I was saying before I was interrupted by the ducks, this is a pretty neat place. Like, there are some townhouses behind me and stuff on this side of the lake, but looks like the other side of the lake will be more woodsy, a little more remote maybe. But, you know, lots of wildlife, lots of colorful birds, some ducks that I'm not familiar with, which I feel is kind of bothering me. But it's going through my mind now, I'm trying to think of what kind of duck it was. Anyway, we'll figure it out later. Alright, well, let's keep going. So I'm making my way across the dam breast here, and there is an old culvert down there, which I remember reading about. So I'm going to go ahead and go down there. I forget, I think it might have been for a railroad, an old railroad. Let's go down there and at least check it out. You know, I can't resist that. Yeah, so there it is. I'm pretty sure there was an old railroad bed up there. This is the culvert that took the water underneath. Let's get to the other side. Over here, so I think we can see through. Oh yeah, if you look through the chain link fence, you can see through. They put you over, actually. Well, yeah, you can see through the other side. Pretty cool though. Alright, so I'm definitely going to do more research on that. I'll probably come back some other time. Something like that deserves its own video, so maybe we'll even do a walkthrough before it gets too cold. So I think the name of the rail, I think I researched that railroad a little bit. I don't think it was ever finished, that railroad. I think it was a planned railroad, because I think somewhere down below here there's an unfinished railroad tunnel, the Windsor Tunnel, I think it's called. Anyway, but I want to try and get to that someday. It's all private property, that one. Maybe they might let me if I ask. We'll see. But anyway, I'll do more research on that tunnel, and we'll come back and visit another time. So let's continue on the trail around the lake up here. Yeah, so lots of color still down here, you know, in the valleys, I guess you could say. Up the mountains, the color, the fall foliage is past peak. It's starting to look mostly brown, but down here yet it's still colorful. Got quite a few greens yet too. The green contrasts really nicely with all the yellows and some of the reds and oranges that are out here. Still beautiful out here. So this hike has a very similar feel to one I did just a little bit earlier this season when I was up in the Delaware Water Gap area. I did a trail called the Hidden Lake Loop Trail, and it feels very similar to this. There was a lake, much bigger lake, and there was a trail that went all the way around the lake, and the one side was more open, and the other side was more like woodsy like this one is. Almost very similar. I don't know if you might get the same idea if you watched that video, you might see a similarity to it. Yeah, this is definitely a little, I'll call this a little local gem. When I come to these parks, sometimes I don't always know what to expect. Like, I wasn't even planning on coming here today, but with my other adventure didn't work quite as well as I wanted to, I decided to stop in, like I said. But you don't always know what to expect with some of these more local parks. But this one's nice. So if you live in the area, come check this place out. It's a nice place to hike. All right, so I spoke too soon. The trail doesn't loop all the way around the lake. It looked like it was going to. But I guess I mentioned that old map at the beginning of the video. That map was correct, so it does go to the end of the lake, but then it kind of loops back around the way you came, but further up the hillside. There's a number of these mowed trails back here, so I'm just kind of making my way back. But I'm not gonna take back. It's still a beautiful place to hike, though. And I did say I was gonna, if there was no trail, I would just make my own trail, but it was looking pretty wet, full of thorns and briars. And I wasn't gonna bother with that, so we'll just follow the trails back. All right, so that upper trail loops back around and brings you back down to the dam breast down here. And that's the trail we took originally. So we went that way, and we ended up coming back down this trail here. So it does loop around on this side of the lake. Now we just got to retrace our steps back across the dam breast. Of course, down there was that neat tunnel, the culvert down there, which we'll explore another day. All right, so definitely glad I stopped in today. Like I said, I wasn't originally planning on stopping in, but my other adventure didn't go as planned, so on the way back I thought I'll just check this place out. You can probably hear some kids over there. There's a playground off in that residential area. This place isn't haunted. There's not little ghost kids laughing in the woods. It's a playground up there. What was I saying now? Oh yeah, cool place to hike. I wouldn't travel several hours to come hike here, but for me, it's not too far away, so definitely come back in the future sometime. And you can boat or kayak in this little lake too, so that's something to keep in mind. All right, I'm gonna head home. And thanks for coming along, and I'll see you around.